This morning we're starting in St. Augustine, Florida. Although the previous morning I was setting off from Charleston, South Carolina, shortly into the ride I'd become really irritated with asshole drivers and the hot, wet weather, and the footage really is not worth sharing. However, I only have nice things to say about the historic downtown Charleston. The charm of the architecture and the food and the people, it was just really, really beautiful. But as you can see, St. Augustine is really nice, and the beaches are beautiful, and it's definitely worth a stop if you're in the area. And now back to me with the in-helmet bullshit.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, men, women, boys, girls, gays, lesbians, trans men, trans women, bisexuals, bipolars, and genderqueers. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to my face video of St. Augustine, Florida. St. Augustine, pretty nice. Got in nice and early yesterday. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get here from the interstate because it's on like an island kind of thing. But the beach is fucking pristine, man. The beach is beautiful. Let's see, which way do I want to go? I think it doesn't, I don't know. It depends on where my phone thinks I am. I don't know where it thinks I am. Oh, yeah. Well, we're going this way. Yeah, I mean, the hotel, Quality Inn. I mean, you know, it's a quality place to get some well-needed respite after yesterday's haul. But yeah, everybody's really nice. The beach is super nice, like really nice beach, and and you can drive your car on the beach and just like go drive down to a spot on the beach where there aren't as many people, and there weren't very many, not yesterday anyway. And the surf is nice, and the water's clean and warm, and dang, man, it's pretty nice. I laid on the beach I went into the water, and then I laid on the beach for like, I don't know, maybe 2 hours, just laying there, my feet in the sand, rubbing around and rolling around in the sand. I was pretty much all right with that. And yeah, I thought about, I was considering like just bumming around and staying again another night, and maybe there's some possibility that I will, but what we're doing right now is on the interstate. I'm pretty well decided that I didn't do such a good job at balancing the front wheel, and once you start to get up into the higher speeds, I'm sensing some of what I believe is vibration from the front wheel. So I'm gonna go. Oh man, I'm sweating already. It's really not that hot right now, but it's fucking Florida, so it's just fucking humid as hell, so your sweat just fucking hangs on you, and it's kind of sweaty. Yeah, really nice. Seems like the people are pretty friendly. I went down to get a 6-pack of beer at the let's see if anybody wants to go by, a 6-pack shop that was real close to the hotel, and there was a guy there. I think he was paying for something, then he ran to go get something else, and I put my stuff on the counter, not realizing that he was coming right back. And I'm like, well, you can, you know, he's like, I just got to pay for this. And I'm like, well, you can get mine too. And he's like, all right, yeah, no problem. Hey, I don't know the next time I'm going to see you. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm just kidding. And he's like, no, I'll get you. And then the lady behind the counter said something to the effect of "Welcome to the South," and I was like, well, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. But I mean, that probably, you know, an $11 6-pack of beer to some of these people. I mean, because it's a pretty I would say, affluent neighborhood for the residents here. I mean, I imagine real estate's pretty expensive because I mean, the beach is fucking nice, man. It's really nice. There's nothing else that's I mean, otherwise it's just Florida, you know, nothing much else good about it but the fucking beach, you know. If Florida didn't have the beach, then what the fuck are you doing? Well, we'll see. This seems like, I mean, I just kind of looked up. I've been struggling with it. That is the balance of this front wheel, and like, you'll see me on the highway, I'll be like ducking down at speed, and like I'll pull in the clutch just to sort of isolate the perceived vibration from the engine vibration, or I should say isolate the perceived wheel vibration from the engine vibration, and think, is that wheel really shaking, or is it just me, or is it just the engine, or what the heck? And then I decided, yeah, let's just, you know, stop at a local shop. You know, because when I've dealt with this stuff before, some motorcycle shops are a fucking pain in the ass. There's some that are good, and there's some that are a fucking pain in the fucking ass. And they'll be like, yo, well, you just leave the bike here and we'll call you in about 8 hours if you make an appointment. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Come on, dicks. And I'm not saying that all shops are like that, but there's been a lot that I've encountered. It's just like if it wasn't a fucking hassle already to take your bike to a shop just to get fucking tires, man, just to get your fucking tires, if it wasn't such a goddamn hassle already, with, you know, the tools and the added expense and all this shit, then, you know, I gotta contend with it now on this trip, where like I don't really feel like taking the, you know, I don't really feel like burning an afternoon waiting on something simple like getting your wheel balanced. So like, if this guy or girl or proprietor or whomever I expect to see, if they're not like, oh yeah, we'll get you fixed up right quick, because I'm pretty sure I can get the front wheel off. I can put the bike on the center stand. I think I have enough weight on the back, because basically when you put the bike on the center stand, you have the majority of the weight on the center stand. The back wheel is off the ground, provided that you're level and unladen, and the front wheel, it just has a little bit of weight on the ground. So you can't take the front wheel off unless you have some means of levering it off the ground and then holding it in the air. Like, you know, have your buddy lean on the back, get the front wheel off, and then once you got it off, put a milk crate under it or something, you know. So that's all I need to get the front wheel off, but that's what I need. I need something. So and then I can just bring him the wheel, and then usually a shop, you know, all I got to do is put it on the machine, and you know, it's minutes to do a wheel balance. So that's what I'm hoping for, and I'm hoping that fixes my perceived issue. It's one of those things where it's like, am I crazy? Like, 'cause, you know, riding along now 55 miles an hour, it's, you know, dead smooth, you know, no problem. But then once you get up into the higher speeds, which I mean, sometimes I want to cruise at what's that over there? That's pretty nice. Sometimes I want to cruise at like 90 miles an hour on the interstate, mind you. And sometimes I want to, oh, look at that, it's a flamingo. Sometimes I want to just rip at like 110 or 120 very briefly. And when I did that a couple times yesterday, like, it started to shake quite a bit. I mean, it's not exactly shaking me out of the saddle, but I didn't like it. I'm like, that's not normal. I felt like that's different. That's because that's from the fucking wheel. So I don't know, I'll feel a little bit better. And so in addition to that, look at this asshole. Stop that, you fucking piece of shit. Well, okay, never mind. He had a yellow arrow. He was kind of allowed to do that, although I wish he would have given me more space. Yeah, I was being a little bit harsh on that guy. I just don't think, cross traffic just kind of freaks me out, and for good reason. That's the number one way to get jacked up on a motorcycle. 10 ways to get jacked up on a motorcycle. Number 1, fuckers turning in front of you. What was I saying? Yeah, so I think so I was sort of planning to go to New Orleans from here. Man, I hate those, older diesel fucking trucks, man. They don't have those particulate filters. They don't have the modern after treatment, and it just chokes chokes me the fuck out. It's so nasty. But I was gonna try and go to New Orleans from here, which is like 9 hours straight. It's 600 miles and would take me something like 9 hours, and you'll see, I mean, it takes me probably like an hour to get to Jacksonville from here, which is it's not very far, but there's no, like I was saying, there's no really good way to do it. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So I was like, well, I mean, if everything was perfect, I could just jet and get to New Orleans today. But if I don't want to do that, because that's a long day, that's a lot of riding, but if I don't want to do that, I could cut it in half, and then it's 2 quite short days of riding. And now I'm thinking, and there's no real good place to stop in the middle. I mean, Pensacola, and maybe I could stay there. It's not gonna be cheap. It'll be fucking cheaper to just stay in St. Augustine again. And that's probably what I would prefer to do, is I guess what I'm getting at is, I was thinking, go to this bike shop. This fucking guy, why are you driving like that? I mean, don't get me wrong, I want people to get up to speed promptly. Don't take forever to get up to speed. But you bombing in here, ripping fast. I don't think I'm crazy here when I'm bothered by some dumb asshole Floridian, old fucked up assholes driving old fucked up cars. I don't dig it, man. Anyway, so I was thinking, I go to this bike shop. That's gonna take fucking time to get figured out. We're kind of just seeing what we can do. I'm kind of kicking myself because I'm pretty sure that front wheel's out of balance, and I fucking know the asshole that fucking balanced it, and I'm kind of kicking myself because that asshole is me. And it's like, I feel as though if I would have taken a bit more care when I was balancing it, that would have taken not a whole lot of care at the time I did it, and it's resulting in a big pain in the ass right now. So there you go, boys and girls. An ounce of prevention is worth, I don't know, at least a gram of cocaine in Florida, I would imagine. Oh man. Oh fuck, I missed it! Shit! What are you doing? Ah, fuck! God damn it! I wasn't paying attention. I'm not going in there. Fuck that. Fuck. Fucker. Damn it. Dang it. I was busy thinking about other stuff. Oh, we got it. Oh. Alright, welcome back, boys and girls. Shit. We got her figured out. Hopefully that'll fix it. The weights on my front were all wrong, and I decided to go ahead and check the back as well, and it looks like the back had too much on it. He just took a couple of weights off of it, and that balanced it. So we should be good to go. Check the tire pressure. Tire pressure is good, so I'm pretty confident we're not leaking anything. And we're all good. So the guy here at can't remember his name. Guy here at Metrics is a really good guy. Really good guy. And oddly enough, although the business is called Metrics, I roll up and he's like, "Oh man, I don't know if I can work on that bike. I don't do metric." And I'm like, "No, don't worry about it, man. I got all the tools. I just need you to balance it. I'll take all the, I'll take the wheel off." And I did. He sat there and watched me sweat. And woo! Oh my goodness. He sat there and watched me sweat. I took it off. And I'm gonna need to get fuel here pretty soon. And I got it all done. So that was like, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half it took me. So that was basically, that was the best case scenario was the reality. Good old, good guy, and typical Southern hospitality. I said, "Hey man, what's the damage?" He says, "Yeah, you owe me $2 for the weights." Oh man, you gotta love the South. Of course, I threw him a couple extra bucks more than that, but what a good guy those guys down here in St. Augustine. So I think I'll be able to get to Pensacola today. I mean, I'm headed for Tallahassee, which is only 3 hours. Only 3 hours. But let me just hold my breath until I get on the interstate and we get up to speed, and then I'll feel more comfortable with the wheel balance, that is. Get some fuel. I should have just stopped there. I don't know what it is. I like to stop on the right. I think a lot of people are like that. It's like, "Oh, I gotta get some fuel. Just wait till there's one on the right, because I don't have to turn left twice. I only have to turn right twice. Right to get off, right to get back on." People look at me like I'm crazy because everybody's riding their motorcycle butt naked around here. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not doing it, man. I'm not doing it. I'll take all the protection I can get. Yeah, I got nothing but nice things to say about the folks here down in Florida so far. So far, the myth and mystique of the Florida man is still yet evasive to me. Well, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the Florida man. Look at me. I got it all, man. Oh, I got the mullet, I got the mustache, I got the sideburns, I got the fucking sunglasses. I got it all, baby. I am the Florida man. Yeah. And I had a talk with that guy. Damn it, I should have got his name. Son of a bitch. It's kind of how it goes, You meet up with all kind of strange guys, and sometimes you don't even get their name. But talking about Harley, and let's talk about Harley Davidson for a moment. I mean, Harley Davidson is, it's the situation with Harley Davidson is really fucking retarded. And here's what I mean by that. If you don't already know, boys and girls, Harley Davidson is like the premier motorcycle manufacturer in probably the world. I say manufacturer, but they're not really manufacturing a lot of the things that they used to manufacture. But as an American institution, you know, Harley Davidson is ever pervasive through American culture. It's everywhere. You know, you know, it's on tattoos of millions of people's arms and millions of people's bodies. I don't know why I singled out arms. I mean, it's just kind of, that's the kind of trope you see, is a dude with a handlebar mustache, not a handlebar mustache, but like a beard and a orange and black Harley Davidson tattoo on his, on his upper arm, and across an old woman's leathery, old, saggy brown tits and breasts. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I should call them breasts. It would be derogatory. Right. So my point is that it's such a strong brand, and it's such a Harley Davidson embodies, the essence of Americana in many ways, but their management is so fucked up. And you can turn left, and it's really a shame. Harley has been basically manufacturing a lot of the same or similar products for fucking decades and decades, right? And I mean, they have updates, but a lot of the stuff hasn't changed. And you can argue, I mean, one way or another why that is. They're trying to appeal to their same customer base, but everybody knows that their customer base is diminishing every year. That their customers are fewer and further between. It's because they're dying out. Younger people aren't buying. There aren't so many young people buying Harley Davidson motorcycles as there are other motorcycles. So why is that? And I think it's to do with they're not really updating their product line, and it's basically only customers that are loyal to the brand are buying those bikes. So you're not getting any new customers like myself. I get the appeal. I understand what's good about the Harleys, especially the Harleys of, well, I don't know which era of Harley are the best, but I get the appeal, those thumping, throbbing engines and all that chrome and just I get it. It's cool, but like the quality. The quality of their products has been on the decline, which really isn't much of I don't know that you'll get much of an argument from anybody about that. And their prices are still really fucking high, For a used Harley in the condition that I bought my bike in, I mean, it would have been at least twice as much for a Harley. And so you want to buy a new Street Glide. I mean, you're gonna pay like 30 grand. I mean, and when you could buy a Japanese bike for a lot less, and you get a lot better quality product, in my opinion.
I continue west on Interstate 10, and as I ride into Osceola National Forest, I see a dense haze covering the roadway. The cause of the smoke turned out to be a wildfire, which I thought to be unlikely in Florida, as humid as it is. The rest of the ride through Tallahassee and into Pensacola was pretty boring and uneventful, just like Florida itself. And I soon arrive at the Executive Inn in Pensacola, which is one of the worst hotels I've ever stayed in. So look forward to that next episode.